Hey, hey, my friends. Welcome to the very last stop on the Not So Valentine Hop. I'm Pam, the ginger cat lady. Harley the ginger cat, no idea. Skella the black cat, screaming at me even though I just fed her a couple hours ago. So, such is life here. Anyway, I got to catch some of the hop today. I had a lot going on today between lives that I already had planned and sleeping my normal sleep time, but I was able to catch some of them and saw some really fantastic stuff. So I'm hoping that what I've got here today is going to be something that you haven't seen before and are interested in. It is not an original idea. I did get it from the Bohemian Crafter, Eva, the Bohemian Crafter, and I don't remember if I linked hers in the description box, but if I did not, I will make sure I do that after we're done with this so you can see how she did it. Hey Beth, welcome. Welcome Christina. Hey Karen, welcome. Hi Carrie. Hello Bonnie. Hello Jen. Hello Carol. Hey Debbie. Hey Becca. There's Becca. Let me make her a mod. There we go. Hey Becca. Let's see. Hello Erin. There is Dana. Set her up as a mod. All right, you two, you got whoop. Nope. Yep, she's a mod now. Okay. All right, so you two should be mods now. Hey Tammy. Hey Vale. Hey Susie. Welcome everybody. All right, so we are going to be making this oh so adorable little box. The paper kit that I'm using is created by Pam over at Silver and Sparkles. There is a link up in the post or pinned up at the top of the chat if you're interested in purchasing the kit from her. Hey Vicky, welcome. And this is just a cute little box. I didn't get a chance to cover the inside of this one, but it's just a cute little box. So I will show you how to make this. It is super simple. It is something that you have. Every single one of you has this in your house. I can guarantee that every single one of you has this in your house. Am I right? Am I right? I'm right. Right? I'm right. All right. So if you want to learn how to make this, thank you, Becca. If you want to learn how to do it, you might want to grab a piece of paper and something to write with so that you can write down the little measurement things. It's uber simple. Of course, you can come back and watch this, or you can go over and watch Eva. Either way, but I have already sprayed these, removed all the toilet paper from them, so there's no germs in them or anything like that. Okay. All right. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to flatten it. Bone folder is handy. And we want to get that nice and crisp, or as crisp as we can get it. Some of what I do on this is you need, but other parts of it, like the little closure thing, you don't have to close it the way I had it closed. It's just one cute way to do it. I am going to glue this part down right here really quick. Okay, maybe not really quick because my glue don't want to come out. That's what happens when you leave the lid off your glue for too long. Yes, please. Thank you, Dana. Nope, sorry, that wasn't Dana. That was Becca. Thank you, Becca. Thumbs up, please. Oh, looks like Steve is being a copycat. Steve is my Stream Elements. We named him Steve. Wait, did that work for you that time? Oh, no. Okay. So, exclamation point share, when you do it, you have to do exclamation point share and then a space and then you're at. So if Debbie was doing it, she would do exclamation point share space at Debbie Epps, and that would share her channel. It won't do it for some reason. Restream won't do it the right way without that other part. It's really ridiculous. So, all right. Hey, Amy K. All right. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to mark 1 centimeter on both ends of just one side. You don't need to do it on both sides, just one side. Sorry, I marked it in the wrong spot. Needs to be marked on the side like this, not from the top, because that doesn't help us. Okay. So we're going to mark it so that we can score down the long ways. So I've got my 1 centimeter mark. Okay. And I'm just going to fold that. And this is what gives us the thickness to our box. There you go, just like Christina did. No worries, Debbie. It's not, I know, when I had it in Nightbot, it did it the other way, but then it's different here. Okay, so I've got that on this end. I don't need to do the same thing on the other edge because all I need to do, hey, Anti-Cap, all I need to do is push it that way. Okay, so I've got the side, right? I'm going to take this top part and I'm going to push it that way. And as I push it, I'm going to fold it down. And that's going to create our other gusset for us, or other side of the box for us. Yes, it is missing the paper. It's really tragic. Luckily, there's more of it in the bathroom that does have it, so we're good. We're good. Okay, so now we've got our sides, okay? There's a 1 centimeter side on each side, all right? All right. So now we're going to take and put our ruler at the 3 centimeter mark, and we're going to make a mark at the end and then a mark at 1 centimeter. Okay. Oop. Mark at the end, mark at 1 centimeter. And we're going to flip it over and we're going to do the same thing over here. Okay. And we're going to score on both of those. I know I was better lined up on that one, so I'm going to use that mark over there. Oops. Well, if my ruler will stay where it's supposed to, and my toilet paper roll will stay where it's supposed to. I need about 5 hands to do this. Hey, Zippy, let's try it with this because that's just driving me crazy. No, I know this is straighter. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and I need to snip this. Okay. And what I'm going to snip is, let's see, I want to keep that side. Okay. I'm going to cut down on this corner all the way down to my second mark. And I'm just doing this on one side. Okay. I don't need to do this to both sides of the box. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Hang on, think. No, not there, sorry. We're doing it on the back part. Okay. So you're cutting all the way. Well, I guess we could have. I would have been okay with the one I was doing. I would have just had to flip it over, but I know that this mark is better, so I wanted to save that mark and get rid of that one. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm taking this front flap and I'm going to fold it down. And we're going to cut that part off. Wait, my bad. This one is, there we go. That's the one I want to fold down because I want to keep that. So the one you're keeping, you're going to fold down because the rest of it we're just going to cut off. So I'm going to cut off right from the start, from the front of this. We'll make another one so that you can see me do it the right way. Hey, Jelly Shelly. Okay, so what that does is that makes now our lid to our box. All right. There's the lid to our box. So now we're going to use this part as the bottom of our box. And we're going to cut the rest of this off because we don't need the rest of that. We're going to fold this part. And then from that fold, we're going to do our centimeter again. Oops, sorry. We're going to mark 1 centimeter from the edge. And then we're going to score that. Okay. And then that folds up. And then this part is going to go And it's going to be glued down here on the bottom like so. Okay. So what I'm going to do first, though, is I'm going to, before we glue this on, it's easier to put the paper on. Now, you can paint these if you want to. That's what Ava did. Eva. She glued it on. I'm going to, or she painted. I'm going to glue paper. Nothing like putting your sleeve in the glue. Yes, that's where I got this idea from, was from her. I'm like, ooh, I want to do that. That's fun. Let's not do that on top of the front of the paper that you're going to use. Let's do it on the back of it. Okay. So I'm going to glue that side down. Right at the edge and right at the bottom. She does. She's incredible. You've never seen someone score like that before? So this one, I really like this score tool because it has that, but it's also got this little point on the end. But it's even easier if you have the score tool that has the, the little ball ones, like a pen, or actually it's like an awl. It's like an awl, but it's got like the whole thing is wood, and then there's a little thing at the end with a little ball on it. It's even easier with that, so. Okay, and then I'm going to put glue on the other side, and I'm going to take it all the way up to the top on this one. I never have enough room on my desk, ever, ever, ever. Anybody else have that problem? It doesn't matter how organized I am, how clean I am. And actually, I think the more organized I am, the more messy my desk is because everything's out. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this and fold it over. Okay, we're going to cut up the side on this. Okay, now I can trim that a little bit better over here. Okay, and then pop this back into a box shape. Come on, you can do it. Okay. And I'm just going to cut at the opening right here, right where my little flap is. And then I'm going to cut along there where my little flap is, or where the front of the box is. And actually, I'm just going to do it kind of sloppy for now so that I can get it out of my way. And then I will trim it up after I'm done. All right. Now I want to cover the inside top part of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this down. And I'm going to cut down a little bit because I want it to stick in, to tuck inside. Okay, let's trim this off here. Trim that there. And then probably be easier if I was using my smaller scissors. And I'm not going to worry too much about that because I can use my sanding tool. And if you don't have one of these, you probably have one of these that will do the same exact thing. Okay. All right. I'm going to put some glue. So in order to make this tuck in right here on the side, so I'm going to pinch right there so I can make a little mark, because what I want to do is slant that in a little bit on each side so that it will go down inside of the box. Dina's favorite color? Pink? No. I think Becca's is purple. I don't remember what Dina's is. Okay. Oh, good job, Pam. Good job. Glue all over the place. Had a wipey. Lost the wipey again. Okay. So I'm just going to fold this over. Well, it helps if you put glue inside too. If you're going to glue it down inside. Actually, let's put it on the tabby part here so that I don't glue down too far. And I'm just going to smear that with my finger. All right. We're just going to shove that down in there. Okay. And clean up those edges. This actually works better with this because of the shape of it and stuff. There's some good English. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun today on the hop. Dana and Becca did a fantastic job of getting it organized. And I know that there was a couple hiccups, but it looked like those were organized and taken care of really quickly. But I know they have their learning experience from the first one, so I'm sure that was quite helpful. Okay, so there's that part, and then we still need to do the bottom. There's a little part there that's bugging me. Okay, there we go. Now I'm happy. All right, I'm going to fold that so we get those creases back. All right, so there's our lid. And then we're going to take the bottom. And remember, I cut those two outside score marks off. Put some glue on here. My chair is so squeaky. Like every time I move, squirka, 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 squirka. All right. So we're just going to glue that face down onto this piece of scrap from what we were just using. Glue that part down. I know, Becca and Dana, you guys did a fantastic job again as well. Hey, Steph. Okay, and I want to make sure that this stays on here before I bend it, so I'm going to let that dry for a second while I fussy cut an image to stick on there. I think, where's the other papers? Oh, you're too big. Okay. Yeah. So we're just going to quick fussy cut out Herbie the Love Bug. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're gonna glue him. I'm just gonna use my regular Barely Arts glue. There we go. Helps if I get him on there straight though. His tail lights are hanging off. Tail light and the headlight, I think. It looked like it, but no, it doesn't. Okay, there we go. Nope, no meows. Some glue on there. Okay. Right, that should be glue good enough now. So I'm just going to bend this edge up where I scored it. Bend this edge up. And then we're going to put some glue on each of those little flaps. When I get done with the live, I'm going to be spending some time ordering some more glue. Because this one's about done. Okay. And that is going to go in the middle. Let's put the hearts going the right way. And that just wraps around the bottom part. And actually, it's a little bit easier, I think, if you just glue one side at a time. Hello, 331 Christina. Welcome, welcome. Some glue. Where did you get that? I said glue, ordering me some glue. Hey, Becca. Good Lord, girl. I think you need to get your hearing checked there, woman. Because that is not what I said. Maybe more Baileys, but not that. Okay. You need hearing aids, honey. I'm a drinker, not a sniffer. Definitely not a sniffer. Okay, I did not measure those very well. Look at that. You see how the level of that one? The other one's up here. Nope. You would not hear me saying that. Not a prude, not a snob, but Becca likes the 3-in-1 glue. She likes the sniffer glue. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then for the top, where is the lid to my glue? There it is. All right. The top part, what I used was there it is. A picture hanger. These are silver. I didn't want it silver, so I grabbed my Stampin' Up! Alcohol marker, and this one is in the color Dark Pecan Pie. I like the brush tip better than that tip. There we go. Sorry for the squeaky noise. Okay, there's that. Okay, and then whoops. I'm going to grab a couple little, that one's cream. I need a white one. There we go, right there. Excuse me. Okay, and then I'm just going to lift this. I'm going to, well, that one's spread out a little bit already. This is just going to slide onto here. And then I'm going to use my pokey tool. I've got a mouse pad over here, so I'm just going to poke that on my mouse pad here really quick. Well, after I make sure it's actually in the center. There we go. All right, and then that goes in. Now, if I wanted to, I could use my alcohol marker and color those as well. I did on that other one. Stream Elements is a bot. It's like Nightbot. I pay for my Restream, but not for my Stream Elements. Stream Elements is free, or at least I use the free version. It's like, I think Becca uses, there's Nightbot, there's Stream Elements, and I don't remember what the other one is that Becca uses. What is it, Becca? Streamlabs, that's right. Thank you. I knew it was Stream something, but I could not for the life of me remember what it was. Okay, I'm just going to squish those down. All right. And then we'll just tuck this in here. Okay, I have enough time to make another one, so if you want to do it with me, run and grab a toilet paper roll. And there's our little box finished. And you don't have to use the little picture hanger thing. You could probably put some, Beth, they're just the little things that you put on the back of picture frames to hang them up. It's just picture hardware. Picture frame hardware, yeah. Hey, Thunder. You don't have to do that. You could put some Velcro on the back of it. You could put magnets in there. You could punch a hole and put an eyelet in there and do that. Eva did it with this, and I thought it was uber cute, so I made Hubs dig through his drawer out there in the garage. So, all right, I'm going to do one more, so if you want to do it with me, grab a toilet paper roll. So the first thing we're going to do is squish it. I'm not going to decorate this one, but I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so you squish it, and then you're going to flatten out your both sides as good as you can. Extra points for answering Beth's question. Okay, and then we're going to take our ruler. And our pencil. And from the side, we're going to mark in 1 centimeter. And 1 centimeter. Okay. And then we're going to score that. Okay. So you're going to have a score that's 1 centimeter from your edge. And then you're going to fold that. Hey, Patty. Okay, and remember then once you get to this point, you're just going to push and flatten out the other side. Okay, so now we've got the sides of our box. All right, so now I'm going to flatten it back out. And I'm going to put my ruler at the 3 centimeter mark. Oops, wrong way, sorry. I'm going to put my ruler at the 3 centimeter mark. And I'm going to mark at the end of it and at 1 centimeter. So we've got 2 centimeters down and then 1 centimeter here. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to flip it over. And then we're going to score on all 4 of those lines. Oops, that's going to knock it right over. And like I said, you can paint these. You can cover them with paper like I did. You could probably gesso them and do some paint smooshing or inking, you could probably do that something with them on the gel plate. Okay, so we've got our 4 lines. Oh, and those did not line up. Huh, that's okay. All right. I said hi to you, Tender. All right. So now what we're going to do is, and it doesn't matter which side you do it on, you're just going to take and cut on one side. You're going to cut all the way down to the last score mark, that bottom score mark. Okay. And then you're going to fold that part down. So the part that you, the skinnier part is going to stay. Oops, you can't see. The skinnier part you're going to keep. The other part you're going to cut off. Okay. Actually, sorry, I folded the wrong one. Fold the skinny part down. That makes more sense. Fold the skinny part down. So you had your box. You went to one side and cut it down so that you had a skinny part and a thicker part. Fold the skinny part down. I'm going to fold that over and I'm going to cut along that score mark and chop it off. And now we've got our lid. Okay. And then with this part, you're going to cut on that score mark on the ends to take that end piece off. I'm just going to clean this up a tiny bit because it's a mess. Okay. I'm going to fold on that mark that's there. All right. And then last measurement, you're going to go 1 centimeter in. And score on that mark. And fold that. And then you've got the bottom of your box. And remember, for the bottom part, you're just going to glue on the side here and on the side here. And there you go. Just like that. Okay. All right. I have this one I'm going to finish and 2 more that I'm going to make, plus this one. I'm keeping that other one, or I might give that one away. I don't know. I'm going to keep one. I have 4 of them. 4 that I'm going to give away. So there are 26 of you. Pick a number between 1 and 100. Wait until I say go. And US only, please. It's too expensive to send something this small outside of the United States. All right, ready? Go. Between 1 and 100. I have a lot of names, Julie. Oh, and I was going to say the 4 closest to the number I pick without going no. The 4 closest, so 2 closest before the number and 2 closest after the number will be the winners. Hey, Weenie Woman. Weenie Woman. Yeah. Hey, Mary. Okay, get your numbers in. I'm going to type stop. Oops, maybe. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. All right. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 100.
It's 52.
52, 52, 52. Why do I not have any paper to write on? Are you serious? Are you cereal right now? There we go. I found some scrap paper, scrap paper. She said 52, right? Alexa, you said 52, correct?
Yep, that's right.
Thank you.
My random number generator is working perfectly.
Alexa, stop. Thank you. Whew. All right, so Ashley at 56. Tammy at 50. Okay, 42. Anti-Cap at 42. And 111, 77, 56, 50 we got. 19, it looks like Aaron at 66. Okay, Auntie Cap and Tammy, I have your addresses. Ashley and Aaron, I do not. So, if you can email me. Where is my email address? The Ginger Cat Lady Junk Journals at gmail.com. And I will get those out next week. Alrighty. So Ashley and Aaron, make sure you email me. Thank you, peoples, for hanging out with me. This community is just the best community ever. And I really appreciate your support. If you are not already subscribed to me, make sure you subscribe. I come on every night at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time until 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So come hang out if you're tired or not tired and can't sleep. 2 more quick things, and then I'll let you go to Juju. My first year birthday is on February 23rd. I will have a party that night. So from 10 p.m. to 8 a.m., there'll be some prizes given away and stuff, but you have to be a sub in order to get a prize. So make sure you sub and then come on over that night. I have 8 different prizes that'll be given away. One of them is a journal. So come on over for that. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that I'm part of the Junk Journal Boss Summit in June, from June 10th through June 13th. So make sure you come over and check that out too. Juju is part of it. Desiree from Made by Marley is part of it. And there's a lot of other people that are doing it as well. So thank you again for hanging out with me. I hope to see you at 10 o'clock in about 2 hours. If I don't, have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime, whatever it is, wherever you are. Loves y'all. Bye.